Hello, Dave Dog here, Season 10, Episode 8 of our Road to Glory with Bradford Park Avenue. And this season has certainly changed our fortunes. Don't know whether it is the 10th season. Things are going well. First thing we're going to look at, though, is transfers. Left you last episode looking for a keeper after Tom McCauley got injured, out for the rest of the season. But first of all, let's just have a look at one that's gone out on loan to the North East and Dunstan. Is young winger Luke Gray is doing quite well. He should gain from that experience. The other one is the keeper Isaiah Kay coming in from Oldham. We got Westwood from Oldham on loan, and this guy has come in to answer our call for a keeper. 24 years old, good attributes, reflexes, rushing out, handling. He has played at National League level for Oldham. 3 appearances and only 3 conceded, 6.8. Played 4 games for us, conceded 6 and 6.5, so not as good, but certainly not poor. Let's have a look how we've been going on then. So the last game in the last episode was a thrilling 3-3 comeback against Guiseley that kept us in the title race. And then we played Brackley at home. Michael Berlin starting after his good performance against Guiseley. Scored on the 4th minute. Tate Trusty getting us the winner on 88. We then went to Gateshead. We went through the fixtures and said this would be the tricky one. Another formation change. 4-2-2-2, and it was a 1-0 defeat. We did everything but score. Let's just have a look at this one. 3 shots on target each. They scored in the last minute. Looked like we were going to get a 0-0 draw. They'd had one disallowed on 83. Pretty poor marks all round. Westwood at 6.4. We then went to bottom of the league, Barwell, sticking with the 4-2-2 formation. Florio coming in, just signed a new contract. He played well in this one, but Atwood not playing well at all. Trusty injured on 6 minutes though, and Barwell took the lead on 11, but we stormed straight back into it with 2 goals from Donaghy and Westwood. Donaghy having a great game in this one, and it was 2-1 at half time. They equalised and made it 2-2 on 52. Westwood getting his second goal, assisted by McGee, made it 3-2. It was a bit more tricky than it should have been. We should have scored more goals in this. Then our next to last game of the season was Kidderminster at home. We dispensed with the wing back in this one. We went for it. We had to keep the pressure up. Banks came back in on the right, so we were playing a 4 in midfield. McIntyre pushed up to be a winger. And then we had Keenlyside on the left and Burling and Donaghy up front. Westwood is injured. He gained an injury in that last game. Twisted knee. He should be back for the last game of the season, but we'll see how his fitness is before we decide to break up the partnership up front of Burling, who scored an hat-trick, coming good in this game, and Donaghy also slotting back into the striker's role. Burling had a goal disallowed on 5 minutes before Malcolm, who's got about 30 odd goals this season, scored on 8 minutes. Burling then equalised on 20 minutes, Banks providing the cross. Warren then made it 2-1 to Kidderminster. I really give him a hard word at half time, and it seemed to have a great effect. Burling got his second on 66. Banks then got on the score sheet on 68 to give us the lead at 3-2, and a goal in injury time just before the end. Hat-trick for Burling, 90 plus 6. That was a fantastic performance. Boy, did we need it. Just about everybody having a good game. Keenlyside, the only one at 6.5. Kai at 6.5. He's not had a brilliant game so far. He's been conceding goals. He's due a good game. So we come into the last game of the season, and this is where we are in the table. 103 points. We're 2 points clear of Guiseley. If we look at the fixtures for today, Guiseley are at home to Banbury, who are in the playoffs. They're already qualified for the playoffs. Nothing to play for Banbury. We are away to Hereford, mid-table. Again, nothing to play for them. So we only need a draw, but it's in our own hands. It came about that because Guiseley were beaten by Fylde in their previous game. Beaten quite convincingly by Fylde. 2-0 away from home. That was on the back of the disappointment of losing 5-4 in the FA Trophy semi-final to Scarborough. It's all to play for. Last game of the season, I've been dreading putting the computer back on again. A few days since all this happened, these games. It's going to be a nerve-wracking time, but we only need a draw. Whatever happens, it's been a good season. 103 points, possible 106 if we win today, and only 4 defeats. But Guiseley have pushed us all the way. Any other season, we'd probably have won the league a fair while ago. Let's have a look how we're lining up for this final game. Now here we are. Westwood is fit. He's not fully fit, but top scorer. He goes into the team, and we've changed the tactic again. We're going with a 3-4-3, and we're going in positive. We've got to win this game, so we're going in all guns blazing. Hopefully, we can take the game to Hereford and not have to worry too much about what Guiseley are doing. Kai in goals, centre-backs, Florio, Higby and McGee. Midfield, on the wings, McIntyre and Banks supporting the 3 forwards. Fielding and Fiora in the centre. Fielding on defensive duties. Fiora supporting as a ball-winning midfielder. And on the bench then, we've got Atwood, Edwards, Greenwell, Humphreys and Keenley side. Let's get into this game, see if we can get the win so we don't have to worry about what Guiseley are doing. Hereford lining up with the standard 4-2-3-1, and let's kick off. We are the favourites at 6-5, 2-1 Hereford. They've won 2, drawn 1, lost 2 of their last 5 games. Well, we've won 3, drawn 1, lost 1. A Fiora with a free kick there in the 12th minute over the bar, but we're taking control. And we've got the latest scores on the touchline tablet rather than their lineup, so we can see how Guiseley are going on. Let's hope we don't have to bother too much. Burton with a long range free kick there. But Kai pushes it around the post, and it's a corner to Hereford. And under pressure a little bit to start with. And McGee heads that one out. Donaghy heads it out. And that ends the highlight. Let's encourage, if it works at all. Still 0-0 at Guiseley. We're keeping an eye on that score. 1 shot on target for each team. And pre-match, good press conference, good team meeting, and all looking good. And Florio had a good chance there from that set piece, but he was offside. Probably knew that, and headed on by Higby between the centre backs there. Guiseley losing. Nice one. Banbury have scored. Come on, don't let us go behind. Grief. Kai just left that. It hit the bar. They've still got the ball though. Burton plays it in. McGee's up there. Westwood picks up the loose ball. He's on his own though. Is he going to run the full length of the pitch? Oh, nobble there. Get him off, ref. Nothing. Not even a yellow card. He just took him out. It didn't show a yellow card. The 2 of theirs have got yellow cards, and it's half time. We've had 10 shots, 4 on target. We've had the better of the game, but it's still 0-0. We can still win this. Let's have that one. Keep working hard and it will come. Yep, that's had a good reaction. Start the second half then. And Guiseley, yep, still 1-0 behind. 2-0 behind. Yes! 2-0, they're down. But it's not over till it's over. I want us to get in front. Fielding. McIntyre. It's all very narrow, this, from us. McIntyre plays it back to McGee. McGee. What's he doing? What's he doing? Don't give ball to them. Fiora. Inside to Fielding, but Alexander intercepts and sends away Rawson-Gawley. Rawson-Gawley cuts inside. Good tackle by McGee, but it's fallen to Shering. Shering hits the bar. And thought they were going to open the scoring there. Poor passing and giving the ball away. Banbury 2-0 up. There's been a goal. These are behind, are these? They were 2-0 ages ago. Higby to Florio. Florio plays a long ball behind the defender, but he can't get there. Knocked down. Rawson-Gawley, he's running from midfield. What happened there? Good cover by Florio. He got in between him, and Kai picks up the ball. 56 minutes gone. It's scoreless, but there's been plenty of action here at Hereford. Kai kicks it out. Donaghy won't win the header. No, we've got nobody to win headers. Rawson-Gawley, they're up in the game now. Jepson opens the scoring for Hereford. We've just got to hope that Guiseley are still losing. They're 2-0 behind. and we are 1-0 behind. So let's have a shout and demand more. It's 3-0. Oh, we've got nothing to worry about here. Don't matter, lads. We've done it. But it would be nice not to lose the last game. Kai, what's Higby doing behind him there? Was it McGee hiding behind him? Shering, it's all Hereford, is this? Mullen taking him on and shoots wide. Oh, save, great save. You can never see the keepers touching the ball. And great save. He's having a good game today, is Kai. He's keeping us in touch here. But Shering crosses in. Higby heads out. McIntyre's running away with this. Is he going to keep it? Don't lose it. Keep possession. McIntyre. Oh, he gives it to Howarth, who gives it to McGee. Let's have a look, see if we can make some changes. 70 minutes, but it's another highlight, another free kick. And Mullen gets a good run in here, pulls it back. Rossengorley, 2-0. And we're just relying on Guiseley not coming back against Banbury, as we are struggling here. Let's skip that. We're going to go attacking. Oh, it's pressed Rossengorley, a bit late for that. But Hereford have come back in it this second half. Let's have a look. Let's get Greenwell on for Donaghy and put him in behind. McIntyre at 6.3. We'll bring Keenly side on for McIntyre and push him forward on attack. Let's push Banks forward as well. We just got to go for it. Although we may win the title by default, as Guiseley are getting pummeled. 3-0 at home. Florio at 6.4, McGee at 6.4. How long have we got? 75 minutes. We're going to bring Atwood on for McGee as well. So all three subs. Let's have a demand more. Again, Rossengorley's controlling the game. He's certainly had some good runs, and they've slightly edged it on the XG. We've had more shots on target, but we've not scored. But here we have a free kick from Fiora, pushed away by Martin. It would have been going in the top corner. Fiora making an effort to reduce the deficit, and he's over to take this corner. And Rossengorley's gone off. Should have taken him off earlier. Fiora again to Westwood outside the box. To Fiora to Atwood, passing it around outside the box. Fiora, what are you doing? What a useless highlight end that was. And it looks like we've won it by default. Here we are. We're getting the lost 2-0 at Hereford, but we've won the league. We're National League, and a bit of a damp squid. Mullen, he's not there. That's from the game. And we're going to win the title here. Giving the cup. Who's the captain today? Fielding, is it? It should be Fielding, I think. Fielding, go on, raise that title. I'm looking on nonchalantly at the side there. We are National League again. We went up through the playoffs before. We've gone in as champions. This is a much better team. Goals in it. We just need some better defenders for next season. But I'm looking forward to it. Luckily, Guiseley blew up. And there we have a lap of honour and the trophy. Pity it's not at our ground, the Horsefall. But here we are at Hereford, and Jordan Fiora, the man of the match. But poor performances. We didn't show up. Westwood and Berlin not playing well. Kai is getting 6.5. He stood in, but we want our top keeper back. He was a big miss, Tom McCauley, along with Sams, who deserted for some unknown reason at the end of the season. I think we'd have had it wrapped up before that. Title, we've won it. A great season, 103 points. 2 points clear. Guiseley, they go into the playoffs. They should be favourites for that. 5 points clear of third place, Scunthorpe. The other 4 teams will play off in the first round of the playoffs, but we're not bothered about them. The big job now comes in building this squad. We won't have Westwood next season. I can't see us getting them on loan for another season. A big job ahead. We've got to do better than we did last time in the National League. We just struggled all season. A few quid won't go amiss. See where we are financially before we leave for this season. 130,000 in the red. We've been losing money, although that says 52,000. That's been diminishing. We've made a 16,000 loss. The main thing is players' wages. Gate receipts 10,000. They always say your wages and staff wages should be the same as what you're getting in. So we've got in 10,000 on the gate receipts, but we're paying out about 24,000, over double that in wages and bonuses. So that's why we are losing money again. We need somebody to come in with a lot of money for a takeover, and then we may have a chance of surviving in the National League. That's been a brilliant 10 season. Let's see if it continues after season 10. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please leave me a like. Comments are always welcome, and I'll see you back for the season review and how we've been going in the transfer market. That's all for now. Dave Dog, goodbye.